And now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all, it's Jeep's Variety Show! And now, here's your host, Jeep! Ha! Ba-da-da! It's a new time. It's a new day. Hello, everybody! Jeep here of Jeep's Variety Show. How y'all doing? Rin Hoshizonya, hello there! Yo! Right back to ya! Hiya, Chia God! Welcome! I'm so glad you can join me for my brand new time slot. I am testing this out. I originally did earlier time slots for the sake of work, but I think I'll be able to do it later now. Yes, I am a VTuber. Yo! Oh yeah, do you want to let me update that? I gotta put that on here. Are you talking about yourself, or are you talking about me, Rin? Let's put it there. VTuber. There we go. Let's update that. Yes, that I am. Jeep is a VTuber. Okay. Got a great show for you here today, but first, let's see what's in the news. Well, there's a great rocker, a big bad rocker star in my world, who just came out of a coma. Now, how he got into that coma, what happened was he snorted a lot of cocaine. Cocaine on my planet puts you into deep, dark comas, but the rocker star came out of it. And he realized he needed to share this with the world. So what he did was he put on a great big concert. Thousands of people participated, and then he showered them with cocaine like it was snowed. Yes, that is very illegal. And as a result, so many people died and went into comas, and he went back in, he didn't go back into a coma. The rocker star, instead, the rocker, snorted so much of the cocaine that he just exploded. So, he snorted like a mountain, and kaboom. So I guess serves him right for putting that on, but that's what the rocker gets for going too far with cocaine. Cocaine on my planet is dangerous. You either die from it or go in a coma, or you sniff a whole mountain's worth. It's like 6 feet tall, you know, like several thousand kilos, lots of kilos. Then you blow up. And in other news, a pro gamer, like considered the best gamer in the world. And he is so cocky that at an event where he was trying to put on a show to tell people how to play video games, encourage them, and so on and so forth, a generic kid just said, "I want to fight you in a video game." And then the pro gamer, using that dreadful game talk language, said, "I will beat you, kid. I'm going to rape you in that game." Now, for those of you who are familiar, unfortunately, the word rape has been passed around like candy in the gaming community as a common word. It's disgusting. Fortunately, retribution comes right for that pro gamer, because as a result, he was in a no-rape zone territory, and security shot him to death. They were unaware of the game lingo, and he was shot to death subsequently. So, pro gamers, remember to keep that language gone. Precisely, Rin. Precisely. Well, what is a pedophile? Wow, what a loser. You're so jealous. What are you jealous about, Rin? It's all good. There's nothing to be jealous about. Just have a good time. I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about, is all, Rin. That's my mistake. And so that's what happened to the pro gamer. Now, on some lighter, happier news. There's a ramen shop that opened near my place. And first-time customers just need to provide an ID and a birth date, and they can have their first bowl of ramen, the signature ramen dish, for free. And yeah, it's that simple. I'm gonna go check them out. sounds like a great place. You always gotta love free food, right? So that's to celebrate their grand opening. So for today only. Now, just a heads up, folks. This is in Jeep's world. Unfortunately, it is not in the world of Earth. So it not be there. Any case, that's the news for today. Got a great show for you today. I'm going to continue reading Hamlet, Prince of Denmark. Got Celebration Appreciation Corner, a song, and all that. Again, I'm just enjoying my time doing my new show. This is my same show, but doing the show at this time. Don't end the stream. I'm not ending the stream. Don't worry, Rin. It's all good. You feeling okay, Rin? You seem a little hyped. Anyway, let's move on to the main stage. Aha! There we are. Good stuff, good stuff. Ah, there's my chair. That's right, Chia God. Lots of more Jeep to go. I always put on a full-fledged show. You don't have to worry yourself, Rin. Have you ever been here before? I don't recognize your names. It's your first time being here. Welcome, if so. I mean, I know of an elusive Rin, but I doubt that's you. Oh, it is your first time. Well, welcome, welcome. Hey, let's just chat for a little bit. So may I ask, how did you hear of me? I don't really have a huge following. I've got some wonderful VTuber friends, beautiful people, but I myself am not very well known amongst the VTuber community. How'd you find me? If you don't mind me asking. You don't have to answer, of course. Gotta stay hydrated. Oh, the good old-fashioned way. Just a browse and a find. Lovely. Yeah. My model is based off a drawing I did as a kid. I wanted to bring that nice kid charm to the show with adult humor. Nice kind of contradictory blend, and yet it's what it is. So, that's the situation. I'm glad you could join me. I'm glad I looked funny. That's what I was going for. Okay, so, for those of you, well, Rin, since it's your first time here, I don't know if you'll be interested in the next corner, but it is something that I do. I read Shakespeare, and I perform all the voices and all the characters, and it's a good old time. So I hope you'll stick around for that, because that's our next corner. We are going to move on to the reading corner. There we are. William Shakespeare. I already did Much Ado, and I also did Hamlet. What? Hey, Fig! Welcome! Oh, I don't know why it feels like it's been such a long time since I've seen you, but it feels good to see you again. Let's see here. Is that the real Rin? #1 skunk VTuber on Live Journal. Is that a thing? That a thing? Or are you messing around, Fig? I don't know. Yeah, Rin just said they found me nerd hunting in the woods on Friday night. Ah! By the way, Fig, I am very much looking for... Oh, by the way, Rin, if you don't know the individual in the chat right now, my moderator, the name is pronounced Kanir Fig. The one that looks like it's spelled Kanwer Fug. Very awesome fella. You should check him out. He's going to be officially debuting May the 20th. I will be there, by the way. But he's been a wonderful supporter of mine. There's a reason I made him mod. I am going to be pumping him right now. Yeah, I know. So, great guy. Very funny. Very, very chill. Despite what he says to me about nightmare stuff and eye gouging. And you should lurk in his streams from time to time. You'll be in for a lovely surprise. Let's just say you won't need to tuck in for the night. He'll take care of that for you. So yes, I don't know, Fig. Do we call you a V streamer, VTuber, right? Yeah, the eye gouging was a complete surprise for us all. Yes, indeed, Fig. Yes, he is a VTuber, and again, a fantastic supporter, and I'm always glad to have him on the show. I mean, even in the chat, I'm just always delighted to see my friends. So, check him out. Absolutely, you won't be disappointed. You won't. Hey, thank you, Rin. Thank you so much for the follow. Okay, thank you. Okay, gotta give a shout out to Rin Hoshizonya. Hoshizonya Rin or Rin Hoshizonya. Okay, it's time to get on to Hamlet, Prince of Denmark. Let us return to the world of Shakespeare. No, that's not the one. Where are you? It's gotta be in here. Oh, I remember. I remember the problem. It shall be fixed in a moment. So yeah, Rin, you can just call him Fig in the chat. F-I-G. Fig. Like a Fig Newton bar. And all that goodness. Aha, okay, good. Okay. So, where we last left off on Hamlet was Act 1. Hamlet has resolved himself to avenge the ghost of his father, who was killed by his brother, King Claudius, to take the throne, usurped it, as it were. Hamlet is still not entirely convinced, of course, that might have been his father, but, you know, Hamlet goes to a lot of shit in this play, so... and just give him a reason to hurt Claudius, because Claudius is being a big fat jerk, so... But that's what good villains do. Anyway. Just like this, or am I doing it wrong? Oh no, that's Fig. Here you go. F-I-G. Oh, shut up. Stupid phone. I'm not talking about you, chat. Just a phone went off. I told the phone to shut up. Not my wonderful chat. Yes, you can call him Fig. Okay. Let's get on with it. Act 2, Scene 1. Act 2, Scene 1. A room in Polonius's house. This is Polonius's voice. He's talking to Ronaldo. There's a Polonius and a Reynaldo in this room right now. So here's Polonius's voice. Give him this money and these notes, Ronaldo. And here's Ronaldo. I will, my lord. You shall do marvelous wisely, good Ronaldo, before you visit him to make inquiry of his behavior. My lord, I did intend it. Very well said. Very well said. Look you, sir, inquire me first what danksters are in Paris, and how, and who, what means, and where they keep, what company at what expense. Okay, this cell phone is driving me nuts. These assholes won't shut the fuck up. I'm gonna have to turn this goddamn phone off. Hold on 1 second. For the record, it's just like telemarketers or some shit like that. I'm not saying that about actual people who have my phone number are assholes. I'm just saying, come on, turn off, damn you. Because that would be rude on so many levels. It's Shakespeare, damn it. There we go. Okay. Much better. Okay, so Ronaldo says he intends to check on behavior of someone. Polonius is referring to his son Laertes, who has left abroad into France. So, very well said, very well said. Look you, sir, inquire me first what danskers are in Paris, and how, and who, what means, and where they keep. What company, at what expense, and finding by this encompassment and drift of question that they do know my son, come you more nearer than particular demands will touch it. Take you as 'twere some distant knowledge of him, as thus. I know his father and his friends, and in part him. Do you mark this, Rinaldo? Aye, very well, my lord. And in part him, but you may say not well, but if 't be he, I mean, he's very wild, addicted, so-and-so, and there put on him what forgeries you please. Marry, none so rank as may dishonor him. Take heed of that. But, sir, such wanton, wild, and usual slips are as our companions noted, and most known to youth and liberty. As gaming, my lord. Aye, or drinking, fencing, swearing, quarrelling, drabbing. You may go so far. My lord, that would dishonor him. Faith, no, as you may season it in the charge. You must not put another scandal on him, that he is open to incontinency. That's not by meaning, but breathe his faults so quaintly that they may seem the taints of liberty, the flash and outbreak of a fiery mind, a savageness in unreclaimed blood, of general assault. But, my good lord, wherefore should you do this? My lord, I would know that. Marry, sir, here's my drift, and I believe it is a fetch of warrant. You laying these slight sullies on my son, as 'twere a little thing solid, I the working. Mark you, your party in converse, him you would sound, having ever seen in the predominant crimes the youth you breathe of guilty, be assured, he closes with you in this consequence. Good sir, or so, or friend, or gentleman, according to the phrase or the addition of man and country. Very good, my lord. And then, sir, does he this? He does. What was I about to say? By the mass, I was about to say something. Where did I leave? At closes in the consequence, at friend or so, and gentleman. At closes in the consequence. Aye, marry. He closes with you thus. I know the gentleman. I saw him yesterday, or t'other day, or then, with such and such. And as you say, there was he gaming, there o'ertook in rouse, there falling out at tennis, or perchance I saw him enter such a house of sale. Videlict, a brothel or so forth. See you now, your bait of falsehood takes this carp of truth, and thus do we of wisdom and of reach, with windlasses and with essays of bias, by indirections find direction out. So by my former lecture and advice shall you, my son, you have me, have you not? My lord, I have. God be with you, fare you well. Good, my lord. Observe his inclination in yourself. I shall, my lord. and let him ply his music. Well, my lord. Farewell. Enter Ophelia. How now, Ophelia? What's the matter?
Alas, my lord, this is Ophelia. I have been so affrighted.
With what? In the name of God!
My lord, as I was sewing in my chamber, Lord Hamlet, with his doublet all unbraced, no hat upon his head, his stockings fouled, ungartered, and down-gyved to his ankle, pale as his shirt, his knees knocking each other, and with a look so piteous in purport, as if he had been loosed out of hell to speak horrors, he comes before me.
Mad for thy love?
My lord, I do not know, but truly I do fear it.
What said he?
He took me by the wrist, and held me hard. Then goes he to the length of all his arm, and with his other hand thus o'er his brow, he falls to such perusal of my face, as he would draw it. Long stayed he so, at least a little shaking of mine arm, and thrice his head thus waving up and down, he raised a sigh so piteous and profound, as it did seem to shatter all his bulk, and end his being. That done, he lets me go, and with his head over his shoulder, turned he seemed to find his way without his eyes, for out o' doors he went without their help, and to the last bended their light on me.
Come, go with me. I will go seek the king. This is the very ecstasy of love, whose violent property foredoes itself, and leads the will to desperate undertakings, as oft as any passion under heaven that does afflict our natures. I am sorry. What have you given him? Any hard words of late?
No, my good lord, but as you did command, I did repel his letters, and denied his access to me.
That hath made him mad. I am sorry that with better heed and judgment I had not quoted him. I feared he did but trifle, and meant to wreck thee. But beshrew my jealousy, it seems it is as proper to our age to cast beyond ourselves in our opinions as it is common for the younger sort to lack discretion. Come, go we to the king. This must be known, which being kept close, might move more grief to hide than hate to utter love. Scene 2, a room in the castle. Time to take a hydration. Whew! Polonius can talk. I think Hamlet's got all the lines. Okay, scene 2, a room in the castle. Enter King, Queen, Rosencrantz, Guildenstern, and attendants. Oh no, Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. Okay, here's King Claudius. Welcome, dear Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. Moreover, that we much did long to see you. The need we have to use you did provoke our hasty sending. Something you have heard of Hamlet's transformation. So I call it, since nor the exterior nor the inward man resembles that it was, what it should be, more than his father's death, that thus hath put him so much from the understanding of himself. I cannot dream of. I entreat you both, that being of so young days brought up with him, and since so neighbour to his youth and humour, that you vouchsafe your rest here in our court, some little time, so by your companies to draw him unto pleasures, and to gather so much as from occasion you may glean, whether aught to us unknown afflicts him, thus, that opened lies within our remedy. This is Queen Gertrude.
Good gentlemen, he hath much talked of you. And sure I am, 2 men there are not living to whom he more adheres. If it will please you to show us so much gentry and goodwill as to expend your time with us a while, for the supply and profit of our hope, your visitation shall receive such thanks as fits a king's remembrance.
Excuse me. Okay. Time to hear from Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. Okay, so I honestly don't want to give them 2 different voices. I'll give a deep squeak and a high squeak. Okay, so Rosencrantz is the high squeak.
Both your majesties might, by the sovereign power you have of us, put your dread pleasures more into command than to entreaty us.
That's Rosencrantz. Here's Guildenstern.
We both obey, and here give up ourselves in the full bent to lay our service freely at your feet to be commanded.
Thanks, Rosencrantz and gentle Guildenstern.
Thanks, Guildenstern and gentle Rosencrantz, and I beseech you instantly to visit my too much changed son. Go, some of you, and bring these gentlemen where Hamlet is.
Heaven make our presence and our practices pleasant and helpful to him.
Aye, amen.
Exit Rosencrantz, Guildenstern, and some attendants. So they're going to go fetch Hamlet, or go to where Hamlet is. Enter Polonius.
The ambassadors from Norway, my good lord, are joyfully returned. Thou still hast been the good father of news.
Have I, my lord? Assure you, my good liege, I hold my duty as I hold my soul, both to my God and to my gracious king. And I do think, or else this brain of mine hunts not the trail of policy so sure as it hath us to do, that I have found the very cause of Hamlet's lunacy.
Oh, speak of that. That do I long to hear.
Give first admittance to the ambassadors. My news shall be the fruit to that great feast.
Thyself do grace to them, and bring them in.
Polonius exits. Now the king's talking to the queen.
He tells me, my sweet queen, that he hath found the head and source of all your son's distemper.
I doubt it is no other but the main, his father's death, and our hasty marriage.
Well, we shall sift him.
Enter Polonius with Voltimand and Cornelius.
Welcome, my friends. Say, Voltimand, what from our brother Norway?
Here's Voltimand.
Most fair return of greetings and desires. Upon our first, he sent out to suppress his nephew's levies, which to him appeared to be a preparation against the Pollock. But, better looked into, he truly found it was against your highness. Whereat, grieved, that so his sickness, age, and impotence was falsely borne in hand, sends out arrest on Fortinbras, which he, in brief, obeys, receives rebuke from Norway, and in fine, makes vow before his uncle never more to give the essay of arms against your majesty. Whereon old Norway, overcome with joy, gives him 3,000 crowns in annual fee, and his commission to employ those soldiers so levied as before against the Pollock, with an entreaty herein further shown.
Voltimand shows a paper.
That it might please you to give quiet pass through your dominions for this enterprise, on such regards of safety and allowance as therein are set down. It likes us well, and at our more considered time we'll read. We'll read, answer, and think upon this business. Meantime, we thank you for your well-took labor. Go to your rest, and at night we'll feast together. Most welcome.
Exit Voltimand and Cornelius. Okay. Gotta keep hydrating for this. Doing so many voices. Excuse me.
Most welcome.
Polonius comes back.
This business is well ended, my liege and madam, to expostulate what majesty should be, what duty is. Why, day is day, night night, and time is time. Were nothing but to waste night, day, and time. Therefore, since brevity is the soul of wit, and tediousness the limbs and outward flourishes, I will be brief. Your noble son is mad. Mad, I call it. For to define true madness, what is't but to be nothing else but mad? But let that go.
More matter with less art.
Madam, I swear I use no art at all. That he is mad. 'Tis true, 'tis true, 'tis pity, and pity 'tis true, 'tis true. A foolish figure, but farewell it, for I will use no art. Mad, let us grant him then, and now remains that we find out the cause of this effect, or rather say, the cause of this defect, for this effect, defective, comes by cause. Thus it remains, and the remainder thus, perpend I have a daughter. Have whilst she is mine, who, in her duty and obedience, mark, hath given me this. Now gather and surmise.
Polonius reads. This is what he's reading.
To the celestial and my soul's idol, the most beautified Ophelia. That's an ill phrase, a vile phrase. Beautified is a vile phrase. You shall hear. These in her excellent white bosom, these and
Came this from Hamlet to her.
Good madam, stay a while, I will be faithful. In her excellent white bosom, these, doubt thou the stars are fire, doubt that the sun doth move, doubt truth to be a liar, but never doubt I love. O dear Ophelia, I am ill at these numbers. I have not art to reckon my groans, but that I love thee best, O most best. Believe it. Adieu. Thine evermore, most dear lady, whilst this machine is to him. Hamlet. This in obedience hath my daughter showed me, and more above hath his solicitings, as they fell out by time, by means and place, all given to mine ear. But how hath she received his love? What do you think of me? As of a man faithful and honourable. I would fain prove so. But what you might think, when I had seen this hot love on the wing, as I perceived it, I must tell you that before my daughter told me, what might you, or my dear majesty your queen here, think, if I had played the desk or table book, or given my heart a winking, mute, and dumb, or looked upon this love with idle sight, what might you think? No! I went round to work, and my young mistress thus I did bespeak. Lord Hamlet is a prince, out of thy star. This must not be. And then I precepts gave her that she should lock herself from his resort, admit no messengers, receive no tokens, which done, she took the fruits of my advice, and he, repulsed, a short tale to make, fell into a sadness, then into a fast, thence to a watch, thence into a weakness, thence to a lightness, and by this declension into the madness wherein now he raves, and all we wail for. Do you think 'tis this?
It may be, very likely.
Hath there been such a time, I'd fain know that I have positively said 'tis so, when it proved otherwise? Not that I know. Take this from this, if this be otherwise.
Polonius points to his head and his shoulder. If this from this. Okay, he says, take this from this, if this be otherwise. Signaling take his head from his shoulders, if what Polonius thinks Hamlet's madness is concerned with, like, loving Ophelia. If that be wrong, take off Polonius' head. That's what Polonius is saying. So I'll say it again. Take this from this, if this be otherwise. If circumstances lead me, I will find where truth is hid, though it were hid indeed within the centre. How may we find it further? You know sometimes he walks 4 hours together here in the lobby?
So he does, indeed.
At such a time, I'll loose my daughter to him. Be you and I behind an arras, then. Mark the encounter. If he love her not, and be not from his reason fallen thereon, let me be no assistant for a state, but keep a farm and carters. We will try it.
Enter Hamlet, reading. Also, GEEP must hydrate, which he has just done. Okay. Enter Hamlet, reading.
But look, where sadly the poor wretch comes reading.
Away, I do beseech you both, away, I'll board him presently. Oh, give me leave.
Exit the king, queen, and attendants.
How does my good Lord Hamlet?
Hamlet's just my regular old voice. Well, God a mercy.
Do you know me, my lord?
Excellent, well, you're a fishmonger.
Not I, my lord.
Then I would you were so honest a man.
Honest, my lord?
Aye, sir, to be honest, as this world goes, is to be one man picked out of a 10,000.
That's very true, my lord.
For if the sun breed maggots in a dead dog, being a good kissing carrion, have you a daughter?
I have, my lord.
Oh, let her not walk in the sun. Conception is a blessing, but not as your daughter may conceive. Friend, look to't.
How say you by that?
Polonius says this just aside, like to the audience.
Still harping on my daughter. Yet he knew me not at first. He said I was a fishmonger. He is far gone.
far gone. And truly in my youth I suffered much extremity for love, very near this. I'll speak to him again. What do you read, my lord?
Words. Words.
Words. What is the matter, my lord?
Between who?
I mean the matter that you read, my lord.
Slanders, sir. For the satirical slave says here that old men have gray beards, that their faces are wrinkled, their eyes purging thick amber and plum tree gum, and that they have a plentiful lack of wit, together with most weak hams. All which, sir, though I most powerfully and potentially believe, yet I hold it not honesty to have it thus set down. For you yourself, sir, should be as old as I am, if like a crab you go backward. No. Polonius says this aside.
Though this be madness, yet there is a method in't. Will you walk out of the air, my lord?
Into my grave?
Indeed, that is out of the air.
He says it aside again, Polonius.
How pregnant sometimes his replies are. A happiness that often madness hits on, which reason and sanity could not so prosperously be delivered of. I will leave him, and suddenly contrive the means of meeting between him and my daughter. My honorable lord, I will most humbly take my leave of you.
You cannot, sir, take from me anything that I will more willingly part with all, except my life, except my life, except my life.
Fare you well, my lord.
These tedious old fools. Enter Rosencrantz and Guildenstern.
You go to seek the Lord Hamlet. There he is.
Rosencrantz says this to Polonius.
God save you, sir.
Polonius leaves. Can I take another drink? All right.
My honored lord!
My most dear lord.
My excellent good friends. How dost thou, Guildenstern? Ah, Rosencrantz. Good lads, how do ye both?
As the indifferent children of the earth.
Happy in that we are not over happy. On fortune's cap, we are not the very button.
Nor the soles of her shoe?
Neither, my lord.
Then you live about her waist, or in the middle of her favors. Huh?
Faith, her privates we.
In the secret parts of fortune? Oh, most true. She is a strumpet. What's the news?
None, my lord, but that the world's grown honest.
Ugh, then doomsday is near. Then is doomsday near. But your news is not true. Let me question more in particular. What have you, my good friends, deserved at the hands of fortune, that she sends you to prison hither?
Prison, my lord?
Denmark's a prison.
Then is the world one.
A goodly one, in which there are many confines, wards, and dungeons, Denmark being one of the worst.
We think not so, my lord.
Why, then 'tis none to you, for there is nothing either good or bad, but thinking makes it so. To me, it is a prison.
Why, then your ambition makes it one. 'Tis too narrow for your mind.
Oh, God, I could be bounded in a nutshell and count myself a king of infinite space, were it not that I have bad dreams.
Which dreams? Indeed, our ambition, for the very substance of the ambitious, is merely the shadow of a dream.
A dream itself is but a shadow.
Truly, and I hold ambition of so airy and light a quality that it is but a shadow's shadow.
Then are our beggars bodies, and our monarchs and outstretched heroes the beggars' shadows. Shall we to the court? For by my fay I cannot reason.
Will wait upon you.
No such matter. I will not sort you with the rest of my servants, for to speak to you like an honest man, I am most dreadfully attended. But, in the beaten way of friendship, what make you at Elsinore?
To visit you, my lord, no other occasion.
Beggar that I am even poor in thanks, but I thank you. And sure, dear friends, my thanks are too dear a halfpenny. Were you not sent for? Is it your own inclining? Is it a free visitation? Come, deal justly with me. Come, come. Nay, speak.
What should we say, my lord?
Why, anything, but to the purpose. You were sent for, and there is a kind of confession in your looks, which your modesties have not craft enough to color. I know the good king and queen have sent for you.
To what end, my lord?
That you must teach me. But let me conjure you, by the rights of our fellowship, by the consonancy of our youth, by the obligation of our ever-preserved love, and by what more dear a better proposer could charge you withal, be even and direct with me, whether you were sent for or no. Rosencrantz says this to Guildenstern.
What say you?
Hamlet says this aside. Nay, then I have an eye of you. If you love me, hold not off.
My lord, we were sent for.
I will tell you why. So shall my anticipation prevent your discovery, and your secrecy to the king and queen malt no feather. Malt no feather. I have, of late, but wherefore I know not, lost all my mirth, forgone all custom of exercises, and indeed, it goes so heavily with my disposition, that this goodly frame the earth seems to me a sterile promontory. This most excellent canopy, the air, look you, this brave o'erhanging firmament, this majestical roof, fretted with golden fire, why, it appears no other thing to me than a foul and pestilent congregation of vapors. What a piece of work is man! How noble in no other thing to me than how noble in reason! How infinite in faculties, in form and moving, how express and admirable! In action, how like an angel! In apprehension, how like a god! The beauty of the world, the paragon of animals, and yet, to me, what is this quintessence of dust? Man delights not me. No, nor woman neither. Though by your smiling you seem to say so.
My lord, there was no such stuff in my thoughts.
Why did you laugh then, when I said, man delights not me?
To think, my lord, if you delight not in man, what Lenten entertainment the players shall receive from you. We coated them on the way, and hither are they coming to offer you service.
He that plays the king shall be welcome. His majesty shall have tribute of me. The adventurous knight shall use his foil and target. The lover shall not sigh gratis. The humorous man shall end his part in peace. The clown shall make those laugh whose lungs are tickle, the seer. And the lady shall say her mind freely, or the blank verse shall halt forth. What players are they?
Even those you were wont to take such delight in, the tragedians of the city.
How chances it they travel? Their residence, both in reputation and profit, was better both ways.
I think their inhibition comes by the means of the late innovation.
Do they hold the same estimation they did when I was in the city? Are they so followed?
No, indeed they are not.
How comes it? Do they grow rusty?
Nay, their endeavours keeps in the wonted pace, but there is, sir, an array of children, little aces that cry out on the top of the question, and are most tyrannically clapped for't. These are now the fashion, and so breathe the common stages, so they call them, that many whirring rapiers are afraid of goose quills, and dare scarce come thither.
What are they, children? Who maintains them? How are they escorted? Will they pursue the quality no longer than they can sing? Will they not say afterwards, if they should grow themselves to common players, as it is most like, if their means are no better, their writers do them wrong to make them exclaim against their own succession?
Faith, there has been much to do on both sides, and the nation holds it no sin to tear them to controversy. There was, for a while, no money bid for argument unless the poet and the player went to cuffs in the question.
It's possible? Excuse me.
Oh, there has been much throwing about of brains.
Do the boys carry it away?
Aye, that they do, my lord. Hercules and his load too.
It is not very strange, for my uncle is king of Denmark, and those that would make mouths at him while my father lived give 20, 40, 50, 100 ducats apiece for his picture in little. It's blood. There is something in this more than natural, if philosophy could find it out. Flourish! Trumpets within! GEEP must take another swig of his tea.
There are the players!
Goddamn Guildenstern voice. Gentlemen, you are welcome to Elsinore. Your hands. Come. The appurtenance of welcome is fashion and outward, should more appear like entertainment than yours. You are welcome. But my uncle-father and aunt-mother are deceived.
In what, my lord?
I am but mad north-northwest. When the wind is southerly, is southerly, I know a hawk from a handsaw. Enter Polonius.
Well be with you, gentlemen.
Hark you, Guildenstern, and you too, at each ear a hearer. That great baby you see there is not yet out of his swaddling clops.
Happily he's the second time come to them, for they say an old man is twice a child.
I will prophesy. He comes to tell me of the players. Mark it. You say right, sir. For a Monday morning 'twas so indeed.
My lord, I have news to tell you.
My lord, I have news to tell you. When Roscius was an actor in Rome.
The actors are come hither, my lord.
This is Polonius talking, by the way. Buzz, buzz.
Upon my honor.
Then came each actor on his ass?
The best actors in the world, either for tragedy, comedy, history, pastoral, comedy, historical, pastoral, tragical, historical, comical, historical, pastoral, scene, indivisible, or poem unlimited. Seneca cannot be too heavy, nor Plautus too light, for the law of writ and the liberty, these are the only men.
Oh, Jephthah, judge of Israel, what a treasure hast thou!
What treasure had he, my lord?
Why, one fair daughter, and no more, the which he loved passing well.
Still on my daughter.
Am I not in the right, old Jephthah?
If you call me
I think it's Jephthah, so I'm saying that wrong.
If you call me Jephthah, my lord, I have a daughter that I love passing well.
Nay, that follows not.
What follows then, my lord?
Why, as by lot, God wot, and then, it came to pass as most like it was. The first row of the pious chanson will show you more, for look where my abridgment comes. Enter 4 or 5 players. You are welcome, masters, welcome all. I am glad to see thee well. Welcome, good friends. Oh, my old friend, thy face is valanced since I saw thee last. Comest thou to beard me in Denmark? What, my young lady and mistress? By our lady, your ladyship is nearer to heaven than when I saw you last. By the altitude of a chopine. I don't know that word. I apologize. Pray God your voice, like a piece of uncurrent gold, be not cracked within the ring. Masters, you are all welcome. We'll e'en to it, like French falconers, fly at anything we see. We'll have a speech straight. Come, give us a taste of your quality. Come, a passionate speech. Here's the first player.
I'm going to do a voice like this. What speech, my lord?
I heard thee speak me a speech once, but it was never acted. Or if it was, not above once, for the play I remember pleased not the million. 'Twas caviare to the general. But it was, as I received it, and others whose judgments in such matters cried in the top of mine, an excellent play. Well digested in the scenes, set down with as much modesty as cunning. I remember one said there were no salads in the lines to make the matter savory, nor no matter in the phrase that might indict the author of affection, but called it an honest method, as wholesome as sweet, and by very much more handsome than fine. One speech in it I chiefly loved. 'Twas, I don't know how to pronounce it, Anus Tale to Dido, and thereabout of it especially where he speaks of Priam's slaughter. If it live in your memory, begin at this line. Let me see. The rugged Pyrrhus, Pyrrhus, I don't know how the word, like the Hyrcanian beast. It is not so. It begins with Pyrrhus, the rugged, I think it's Pyrrhus, the rugged Pyrrhus. He whose sable arms, black at his purpose, did the night resemble when the lay couched in the ominous horse, hath now this dread and black complexion smeared with heraldry more dismal, head to foot. Now is he total ghouls, horridly tricked, with blood of fathers, mothers, daughters, sons, baked and empasted, with the parching streets that lend a tyrannous and a damned light to their vile murders, roasted in wrath and fire, and thus o'erseized with coagulate gore, with eyes like carbuncles, the hellish Pyrrhus, old grandsire Priam seeks. So proceed you. I need to take another swig. Swig-a-dig-dig. Okay. So proceed you. Okay, here's Polonius.
For God, my lord, well spoken, with good accent and good discretion.
Here's the first player.
Anon he finds him, striking too short at Greeks. His antique sword, rebellious to his arm, lies where it falls, repugnant to command. Unequal matched, Pyrrhus at Priam's drives, in rage strikes wide. But with the whiff and wind of his fell sword, the unerred father falls. Then senseless Ilium, seeming to feel this blow, with flaming top stoops to his base, and with a hideous crash takes prisoner Pyrrhus' ear. For lo, his sword, which was declining on the milky head of Reverend Priam, seemed in the air to stick. So, as a painted tyrant, Pyrrhus stood, and like a neutral to his will and matter, did nothing. But as we often see against some storm, a silence in the heavens, the rack stands still, the bold wind speechless, and the oar below as hushed as death. Anon the dreadful thunder doth rend the religion. So after Pyrrhus' pause, aroused vengeance sets him new a work, and never did the Cyclops' hammers fall on Mars' armor, forged for proof etern, with less remorse than Pyrrhus' bleeding sword now falls on Priam. Out! Out, thou strumpet! Fortune! All you gods and general synod, take away her power, break all the spokes and fellies from her wheel, and bowl the round nave down the hill of heaven, as low as to the fiends. This is too long.
It shall to the barbers with your beard. Prithee, say on. He's for a jig or a tale of baldry, or he sleeps. Say on. Come to Hecuba.
But who, oh who, had seen the mobbled queen?
The mobbled queen.
That's good. Mobbled queen is good. Run barefoot, up and down, threatening the flames, with bison room, I don't know that word, a clout upon that head, where late the diadem stood, and for a robe about her length, and all o'erteemed loins, a blanket in the alarm of fear caught up. Who this had seen, with tongue in venom steeped, 'gainst fortune's state, would treason have pronounced. Oh, excuse me. But if the gods themselves did see her then, when she saw Pyrrhus make malicious sport in mincing with his sword her husband's limbs, the instant burst of clamor that she made, unless things mortal move them not at all, would have made milch the burning eyes of heaven and passion in the gods. Look where he has not turned his color, and has tears in his eyes. Pray you, no more.
'Tis well. I'll have thee speak out the rest of this soon, my good lord. I'll have the rest of this soon. My good lord, will you see the players well bestowed? Do you hear? Let them be well used, for they are the abstracts and brief chronicles of the time. After your death, you were better have a bad epitaph than their ill report while you live.
My lord, I will use them according to their desert.
God's bodkin, man, better. Use every man after his desert, and who should scape whipping? Use them after your own honor and dignity. The less they deserve, the more merit is in your bounty. Take them in. Ah! Fig is going to lurk. You have a hat to steal. Very good. So anyway, take them in, Hamlet says to Polonius.
Come, sirs.
Follow him, friends. We'll hear a play tomorrow. Exit Polonius with all the players but the first. The first player remains. Dost thou hear me, old friend? Can you play the murder of Gonzago? The murder of Gonzago.
Aye, my lord.
We'll hat tomorrow night. You could for a need study a speech of some dozen or 16 lines, which I would set down and insert in't. Could you not?
Aye, my lord.
Very well. Follow that lord, and look you, mock him not. Exit the first player. Hamlet says this to Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. My good friends, I'll leave you till night. You are welcome to Elsinore.
My good my lord.
Exit Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. Okay, so they left. Hamlet just went through all this stuff. I gotta take a quick bathroom break, and then I have to pee. I'll be back within a few minutes. Okay, probably a minute. Give me leave. Ah, truly Chia God. Intermission. Brief at best. You all ever get that feeling where your ass feel all tingly once you sit up from sitting down for a while? That just happened to me. Yo, he is back. Yes, he is. And now we shall continue. Okay. So Hamlet is now all alone after them. So nothing like a tingling in the arse. Yeah, precisely, Chia God. Precisely. All right. Back to Hamlet. Actually, Hamlet speaking now. Aye, so God be with ye. Now I am alone. Oh, what a rogue and peasant slave am I. Is it not monstrous that this player here, but in a fiction, in a dream of passion, could force his soul so to his own conceit that from her working all his wishes waned, tears in his eyes, distraction in his aspect, a broken voice, and his whole function suiting with forms to his conceit, and all for nothing? For Hecuba? What's Hecuba to him, or he to Hecuba, that he should weep for her? What would he do, had he the motive and the cue for passion that I have? He would drown the stage with tears, and cleave the general ear with horrid speech, make mad the guilty, and appall the free, confound the ignorant, and amaze, indeed, the very faculties of eyes and ears. Yet I, a dull and muddy, meddled rascal, peak like John a dreams, unpregnant of my cause, and can say nothing. No, not for a king upon whose property and most dear life a damned defeat was made. Am I a coward? Who calls me villain, breaks my pate across, plucks off my beard, and blows it in my face? Tweaks me by the nose, gives me the lie in the throat, as deep as to the lungs. Who does me this? Swoons. I should take it, for it cannot be, but I am pigeon-livered, and lack gall, to make oppression bitter, or ere this I should have fatted all the region kites with this slave's offal. Bloody, bawdy villain, remorseless, treacherous, lecherous, kindless villain. Oh, vengeance. Why, what an ass am I! This is most brave, that I, the son of a dear father murdered, prompted to my revenge by heaven and hell, must, like a whore, unpack my heart with words, and fall a-cursing like a very drab, a scullion. Firepunt! Foe! About my brain, I have heard that guilty creatures, sitting at a play, have, by the cunning of the scene, been struck so to the soul that presently they have proclaimed their malefactions. For murder, though it have no tongue, will speak with most miraculous organ. I'll have these players place something like the murder of my father before mine uncle. I'll observe his looks. I'll tempt him to the quick. If he but blench, I know my course. The spirit that I have seen may be the devil, and the devil hath power to assume a pleasing shape, yea, and perhaps out of my weakness and my melancholy, as he is very potent with such spirits, abuse me to damn me. I'll have grounds more relative than this. The play's the thing, wherein I'll catch the conscience of the king. Hamlet exits. We are on to Act 3. Let's see, how are we doing for time? Jeep takes another swig. We're looking good. Let's see here. How long is... I think Act 3 is... here we are. That's right. So we're right there. Let's take a look at what we got going on here. What's with that? Act 3, Scene 1, a room. Oh, of course, okay. Okay, so let's do Act 3, Scene 1. That's an exciting part. It's the very famous to be or not to be speech. So... I'm just reading a little bit. Oh yes, that scene. Okay. Let's carry on. Let's carry on a little bit. I think I can close it out in one of those scenes. It's a good part. It's a good part. Here we are. Okay, so Hamlet is ready to have the play capture the conscience of the king. Dear me, dear me. Okay. Act 3. Scene 1. A room in the castle. Enter the king, queen, Polonius, Ophelia, Rosencrantz, and Guildenstern. Wow, what a cast.
And can you, by no drift of this is the king, of circumstance, get from him why he puts on this confusion, grating so harshly all these days of quiet, with turbulent and dangerous lunacy? He does confess he feels himself distracted,
this is Rosencrantz,
but from what cause he will by no means speak.
Nor do we find him forward to be sounded, but with a crafty madness keeps aloof, when we would bring him unto some confession of his true state.
Did he receive you well?
Most like a gentleman.
But with much forcing of his disposition.
Niggard of question, but of our demands, most free in his reply.
I know that sounded like the bad N word, but it is spelled Niggard. So I said
Niggard of question, but of our demands, most free in his reply.
That's the line, folks.
Did you essay him to any pastime?
Madam, it is so fell out that certain players we wrought on the way, of these we told him, and there did seem in him a kind of joy to hear of it. They are about the court, and, as I think, they have already ordered this night to play before him. 'Tis most true, and he beseeches me to entreat your majesties to hear and to see the matter.
That's Polonius.
With all my heart, and it doth much content me to hear him so inclined. Good gentlemen, give him a further edge, and drive his purpose onto these delights. We shall, my lord.
Exit Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. This is the king, King Claudius.
Sweet Gertrude, leave us too, for we have closely sent for Hamlet hither, that he, as 'twere by accident, may here affront Ophelia. Her father and myself, lawful espials, will so bestow ourselves that, seeing unseeing, we may of their encounter frankly judge, and gather by him as he is behaved, if to be the affliction of his love or no that thus he suffers for.
I shall obey you. And for your part, Ophelia, I do wish that your good beauties be the happy cause of Hamlet's wildness. so shall I hope your virtues will bring him to his wonted way again. To both your honors. Madam, I wish it may.
Ophelia, walk you here. Gracious, so please you, we will bestow ourselves. Gracious, so please you, we will bestow ourselves.
He said that, I think. Oh, the queen already left after Ophelia said that. Now Polonius talks to Ophelia.
Read on this book, that show of such an exercise may colour your loneliness. We are oft to blame in this. 'Tis too much proved that with devotion's visage and pious action we do sugar o'er the devil himself.
The king says this aside.
Oh, 'tis true. How smart a lash that speech doth give my conscience. The harlot's cheek, beautied with plastering art, is not more ugly to the thing that helps it than is my deed to my most painted word. Oh, heavy burden. I hear him coming. Let's withdraw, my lord.
The king and Polonius withdraw. Enter Hamlet. Okay, I hope I don't ruin this one. Enter Hamlet. To be or not to be? That is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing them, end them. To die, to sleep, no more. And by a sleep to say we end the heartache and the thousand natural shocks that flesh is heir to. 'Tis a consummation devoutly to be wished. To die, to sleep, perchance to dream. Aye, there's the rub. For in that sleep of death and what dreams may come, when we have shuffled off this mortal coil, must give us pause. There's the respect that makes calamity of life of so long. There's the respect that makes calamity of so long life. For who would bear the whips and scorns of time, the oppressor's wrong, the proud man's contumely, the pangs of despised love, the law's delay, the insolence of office, and the spurns that patient merit of the unworthy takes, when he himself might his quietus make with a bare bodkin? Who would these fardels bear, to grunt and sweat under a weary life, but at the dread of something after death? The undiscovered country, from whose bourne no traveler returns, puzzles the will, and makes us rather bear those ills we have than fly to others that we know not of. Thus, conscience does make cowards of us all, and thus the native hue of resolution is sicklied, o'er with the pale cast of thought, and enterprises of great pith and moment, with this regard, their currents turn awry, and lose the name of action. Soft you now, the fair Ophelia. Nymph, in thy orisons be all my sins remembered. Here's Ophelia.
Good, my lord. How does your honor for this many a day? How does your honor for this many a day?
There you go, she's a little higher pitched than his mother. I humbly thank you. Well, well, well.
My lord, I have remembrances of yours that I have longed to re-deliver. I pray you, now receive them.
No, not I. I never gave you aught.
My honored lord, you know right well you did, and with them words of so sweet breath composed as made the things more rich. Their perfume lost, take these again, for to the noble mind rich gifts wax poor when givers prove unkind. There, my lord.
Are you honest?
My lord?
Are you fair?
What means your lordship?
That if you be honest and fair, your honesty should admit no discourse to your beauty.
Could beauty, my lord, have better commerce than with honesty?
Aye, truly, for the power of beauty will sooner transform honesty from what it is to a bald than the force of honesty can translate beauty into likeness. This was sometimes a paradox, but now the time gives it proof. I did love you once.
Indeed, my lord, you made me believe so.
You should not have believed me, for virtue cannot so inoculate our old stock, but we shall relish of it. I loved you not.
I was the more deceived.
Get thee to a nunnery. Why wouldst thou be a breeder of sinners? I am myself indifferent honest, but yet I could accuse me of such things that it were better my mother had not borne me. I am very proud, revengeful, ambitious, with more offences at my beck than I have thoughts to put them in, imagination to give them shape, or time to act them in. What should such fellows as I do crawling between earth and heaven? We are errant knaves all. Believe none of us. Go thy ways to a nunnery. Where's your father? Rin. Oh, let's see what Rin says. I'm so sorry. Rin saying this. I'm so sorry, but it's like 3:20 a.m. here, and I really need to sleep, so I'm going soon. Oh my goodness! Thank you for sticking with me for so long, Rin. You absolute legend, as my friend Nixie would say. Nixie Brassflower. He's another streamer. Okay. Oh, Thank you for just staying for this. Get thee to bed. Get thee to bed, and be awakened by pleasant dreams thereafter. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed yourself with the Shakespeare. I hope it wasn't too long a Shakespeare for you. Just thank you for showing up, and thank you so much for the follow, Rin. You take care of yourself, okay? Yeah, that'd be Friday. Yep, Friday, when my guest will be Annabelle Ushi. I look forward to seeing you there, Rin. Take care, okay? Okay, so anyway, we'll proceed now. Thank you, Rin. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Hamlet asked Ophelia, where's her father? Ophelia responds,
At home, my lord.
Let the doors be shut upon him, that he may play the fool nowhere but in his own house. Farewell.
Oh, help him, you sweet heavens.
If thou dost marry, I'll give thee this plague for thy dowry. Be thou as chaste as ice, as pure as snow, thou shalt not escape calumny. Get thee to a nunnery, go, farewell. Or if thou wilt needs marry a fool, for wise men know well enough what monsters you make of them. To a nunnery, go, and quickly too. Farewell.
Oh, heavenly powers, restore him!
I have heard of your paintings, too, well enough. God hath given you one face, and you make yourselves another. You jig, you amble, and you lisp, and nickname God's creatures, and make your wantonness your ignorance. Go to, I'll no more on't. It hath made me mad. I say, we will have no more marriages. Those that are married already, all but one, shall live. The rest shall keep as they are. To a nunnery, go! Hamlet exits. And now we're left with Ophelia.
Oh, what a noble mind is here overthrown! The courtiers, soldiers, scholars, eye, tongue, sword, the expectancy and rose of the fair state, the glass of fashion and the mold of form, the observed of all observers, quite down, and I, of ladies most deject and wretched, that sucked the honey of his music vows, now see that noble and most sovereign reason, like sweet bells jangled out of tune and harsh, that unmatched form and feature of blown youth, blasted with ecstasy. Oh, woe is me, to have seen what I've seen, see what I see.
Enter the king and Polonius.
Love, his affections do not that way tend, nor what he spake, though it lacked form a little, was not like madness. There's something in his soul, o'er which his melancholy sits on a brood, and I do doubt the hatch and the disclose will be some danger, which for to prevent, I have in quick determination thus set it down. He shall, with speed to England, for the demand of our neglected tribute. Happily, the seas and countries different with variable objects shall expel this something settled matter in his heart, whereon his brain still beating puts him thus from fashion of himself. What think you on it? What think you on't? Is Polonius? It shall do well. But yet do I believe the origin and commencement of his grief sprung from neglected love. How now, Ophelia? You need not tell us what Lord Hamlet said. We heard it all. My lord, do as you please, but if you hold it fit, after the play, let his queen mother all alone entreat him to show his grief. Let her be around him, with him, and I'll be placed, so please you, in the ear of all their conference. If she find him not, to England send him, or confine him here, or confine him where your wisdom best shall think. It shall be so. Madness in great ones must not go. Madness in great ones must not unwatched go.
Scene 2, a hall in the castle. We'll stop right here for Hamlet. Thank you all so much for joining me for Hamlet. I love reading Shakespeare. But even a Jeep has to take a break. Rin seems like a cool individual. Thank you, Chia God. First time seeing this Rin individual. Very nice. Very splendid person. Very splendid. Okay. Let's head back to the main stage. Ah, here we are. And Chia God, to you, thank you for showing up for so much of my streams. I'm glad you enjoy them. I mean, I'm perfectly aware as far as VTubers go. I'm on the unique end of things, and that's how I like it. But of course, that makes for harder audience attraction. But what are you gonna do? You gotta be true to yourself. Okay. Oh no. Now it's time for a stupid sponsor. Yep. It's stupid sponsors time. Every motherfucking Tuesday we get another stupid sponsor. Well, here we go. Oh, right. Let me turn this on. There we go. Welcome back, chat. I forgot to put you on the lovely couch, which I have updated and made it comfy now. Okay, well, let's get ready. Hope you all are having a pleasant night. Yes, the torture chip is something to reel from, Chia God. I understand. That's a frightening company, that one. Sanus Okeus Sadists or something like that. Sadists indeed. Motherfuckers. Okay, let's see. Where are we? I hope one day you'll be able to eat potato chips and not think of the horror that was that sponsor. Oh, excuse me. Mayhaps this one will be less daunting on your psyche. Alright, folks, without further ado, here is tonight's stupid sponsor. Oh boy.
Wanna take the best fucking shit and or piss ever in the world? Who doesn't? Nobody! And thanks to our product, you'll be pissin' and shittin' in paradise. Introducing the world's bestest toilet! The world's bestest toilet is equipped with awesome stuff that makes it super comfortable to sit on and pee into while standing. It even cleans your private parts, and you won't even know it's doing it, thanks to more special awesome stuffs. Just say cleanse, and the world's bestest toilet will literally make your dirty parts clean in just 1 second. Wow! It also flushes itself at appropriate intervals, and you don't even need to say a thing. It never clogs, never uses water, and never stinks, and it's only the size of an average toilet. The world's bestest toilet even releases fragrances and perfumes to make your bathroom smell like God's butthole. That's a good thing. The world's bestest toilet accomplishes all of this thanks to its mega cool stuff and stuffs. Now, we know what you're thinking. How much is this super sexy toilet? Never fear. We're so kind and happy to help people with their toilet troubles that we're giving away the first 69 toilets, the first 69 world's bestest toilets for absolutely nothing. You heard that right. Just use our toll-free number, and the first 69 callers will get this marvel of toiletness for the lowest of low prices there can ever be. Free! Call us now at 1-800-I-WANT-MY-TOILET, and in return, you can have my soul. That's 1-800-I-WANT-MY-TOILET, and in return, you can have my soul. It's a long number, so here it is again. 1-800-I-WANT-MY-TOILET, and in return, you can have my soul. Hurry, Jeep. We want your soul. We want your soul. Damn it, we want you to have the world's bestest toilet, because you deserve it. We'll be waiting.
Oh my goodness! Free ramen at the end of the day and a free toilet? Okay, alright. And it's the bestest toilet in the world. Oh my goodness. Okay, I gotta make the call right now. Okay, hold on. I gotta get my phone right. I gotta get my phone. And, okay, hold on. The B's on the other line. Yeah, hey, B. Listen, can I call you back? I gotta get this toilet, okay? It's the world's bestest. I don't know. It's free. And it's the world's best. I gotta show you the sponsor. I finally got a good sponsor. I feel bad I call them stupid. They're giving me a toilet. I know I like toilets a little bit too much, but you gotta listen. This toilet is the world's bestest toilet. It has awesome stuffs, and it's free, and I can have it. All I gotta do is use their toll-free number. It was like 1-800-I-WANT-MY-TOILET. I want my toilet now. Hold on. They gave me a little paper so I can see what it's called. Hold on. Let me read it back to you what the number is. And so you can get yours too. It's for the first 69 callers. I hope that we're not late. B, shut up! I want this! Okay? What do you mean you know what they're doing? Look, they said my name in there, okay? That's probably a special sponsor for me. It's just a telephone number. If I put it in, I'll be fine. You have the number? Did you get one? Are you going to give it to me as a present? You're going to break it over my head. So you did get it. You didn't get it. What the fuck are you doing, B? Save my soul. What the fuck are you talking about? Toilets don't suck souls. Corporations do, but not toilets. B, can't I... Okay, wait. Why are you reading me back the phone number? I got it right here. Okay, yeah, I guess that is a little suspicious. Do you know of such things where if you put in the phone number, then you lose your soul? Is that a thing? That is a thing. Oh. Oh, so you're just looking out for me. Okay. You're sure, right? I can't have this toilet. Okay, I'm sorry. All right, I won't call them. There. Okay. There. Are you listening? Are you listening? Yeah. There. That's me. Yeah. I'm ripping up the number. Okay. And there you go. There you go. Okay, I'll flush it down my toilet. Okay, I'll flush it down. Okay, hold on. You're gonna hear this. All right. I'm gonna flush it. Okay. All right. Just to satisfy you, B, so that you know I'm not being stupid or nothing. Okay. Are you listening, B? I have to wash my hands touching the... Did you hear that flush, B? Did you hear that flush? You were right there. You're right in the bed. You heard that, didn't you, B? All right, good. You heard that? You heard it good. All right, thanks, B, for looking out for me. You have a good shoveling journey. I'll see you when I see you, brother. Love ya. Okay, bye. Damn! Why did the one fucking sponsor I get have to be after my soul? Right? Guess when things are too good to be true, they are. Aw, thanks, Chia God, saying goodbye to the bee. Yeah. Always looking out for me. That's a good brother for you. Okay. Well, now that's over with, I guess it's time to move on to the Celebration Appreciation Corner. There we go. Okay. This is going to be a funny one. So, today we are going to celebrate and appreciate a little-known video game, and for good reason. It's not like it's... If you're looking for a game with a very in-depth story and whatnot, you best look somewhere else. But I really enjoy this game. Well, because it's a childhood favorite. Played it co-op with the bee. So, and there weren't many co-op games back in the day. So, this one was a real pleasure to run into. Real pleasure to play this game. So, today it is time to celebrate Jedi Power Battles. Star Wars Episode 1 Jedi Power Battles. Oh, just good. Slice them and dice them and Jedi Power fun. That's this game for you. PlayStation 1. Okay? PS1 video game here, right here. It's actually very, very fun. Especially if you play it with someone else. The co-op is spectacular. It's so much fun. And, so, me and the bee would use cheat codes for this Game Shark kind of things. Anyone here remember the Game Shark? Woo! Anyway, so we can have like infinite force powers and whatnot. Qui-Gon Jinn would shoot these like energy balls. They were green and they would home in on the enemies, on the droids. It's just pretty much what this is, an action adventure game. You're just cruising through levels, chopping up a bunch of guards, fighting bosses, and then the next level appears. Nothing really significant there. But this is the game that introduced me to Plo Koon, the kind of skeleton-looking guy. I've always liked skeletons. So, I don't know why, but I always have. And he looks kind of like a skeleton, right? His face, his shape, he's got the mask thing, and anyway. So this game introduced me to Plo Koon, one of the Jedis. And he's got a yellow lightsaber in this. Yellow. That was so cool. I loved his combos, and he had like a lightning force move, right? Yellow lightning. It was so cool. Kind of like a very cool, very fun. I like that attack a lot. And actually, Darth Maul, the game's final boss, has the same lightning attack. I think he's an unlockable character. So just a heads up, the bee and I never actually played any of these games in the old days, back when we were just wee little tykes. Scampering around, being cute and all that. We definitely use cheat codes a lot. So, it's fun, Chia God, but really fun, and gameplay is really all it's got. I'm going to give you a little pastory, as it were, some history about, I like saying the word pastory, right? Because, of course, history is based on the words his story. But, of course, that just applies to his. Nothing wrong with it. It's just, I thought, what can be more encompassing? So I came up with pastory. I don't think anyone thought of it. I'm sure there's pastors in one. So that way, that's a past story. Now, technically, all stories are from the past in its own right. But I don't know. Pastory is just, it's kind of a cool word, I thought. So, don't steal it from me. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I did look it up, like, in Google. I don't know if there are really any pastories. You talk about pastors or something like that. So, past story. I think it just really works good. Anyway, time to give you a little pastory about the tweet I made about this game. So, the hint I only gave for the Celebration Appreciation Corner was, it's the ending for you. Yeah, 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 yeah. That is impossible to get because that is an inside joke between me and the bee. There's this one boss in the level Coruscant, and he's a bounty hunter. Long fucking ass level. You gotta jump on the floating goddamn cars. And it's fun, but it's long. It is probably, even to this day, my least favorite level. Not least favorite, but, No, probably least favorite because I liked fighting the battle droids. I love the battle droids, so they're fun to fight. But we fight a bunch of bounty hunters, kind of annoying ones, and there's just so many of them, and it gets a little tedious. And if you die at a certain point, you gotta start all over again. That's the longest level in the game, and it's not even the final level. It's not even the coolest level. But still fun, again. But this is, again, from my perspective. And so the reason why that tweet with the that's the ending for you. That's the stage's final boss, the Coruscant's level. That's the boss from Coruscant, right? So he's a big bounty hunter guy, and he fights you, and if you throw a lightsaber at him, it hurts him a lot, right? And you can hit him off screen. But if you hit him off screen, it's such an old game, he doesn't come back on screen. And so you have to. So my brother and I had to restart the goddamn game and start all over from the beginning of the level because we had cheat codes on and we hit the fucker and he went off. And the sound he makes when he gets hit by a lightsaber that you throw with force power, the sound he makes is yeah. And before you start his boss battle, he says, "It's the ending for you." So that is the reference I made in the tweet about this game. Session. So only me and the B get that joke, but there's like no dialogue that you could pick out from this game. It's just hack and slash, powers and force and armies and killing, and that's it. Good co-op fun, classic gameplay. Who doesn't like playing as a Jedi in the old days, right? So all in all, though, I really did enjoy it. This game still holds a special place for me, so thank you, Jedi Power Battles, Star Wars Episode 1, Jedi Power Battles, for good co-op entertainment, some hilarious little glitches now and then. Qui-Gon, by the way, his green energy balls are OP as fuck. Like, nothing can escape those suckers. You just shoot them, you can be facing north, and the enemy could be so southerly, you don't think they're even there, and those energy balls will find their way and kill the motherfuckers. Obi-Wan Kenobi has the same kind of powers, but his are weaker, and they're not as efficient in locking onto the enemy, so on and so forth. And I forget what Mace Windu's power. I think he's the one who can throw a lightsaber. He can throw his lightsaber. Like, you only get one force power move, so Plo Koon's got the lightning, Qui-Gon's got the green energy balls. That's who the B played as, Qui-Gon. I played as Plo Koon. Obi-Wan's got that, I believe. Mace Windu's got the lightsaber throw, and, oh, shoot. There are 5 Jedi you can play in this. I just listed 4 of them. I don't know I forget who the 5th one is. I apologize to the 5th Jedi. A lot of levels, and the final level, of course, is Darth Maul. You fight in the Duel of the Fates, that classic theme, ever so broadcast, ever so many times. And yeah, so that's Star Wars Episode 1 Jedi Power Battles. Thank you! This little-known gem that's black story, for a better word, but that's okay, because it's really fun! I guess maybe it's more fun for Star Wars fans, which I am. And particular of the Phantom Menace, and I'll tell you why right here. Okay. I'm a big fan of armies lining up, right? Lining rows and rows of neatly lined up armies. So when I saw this in the theaters, the Phantom Menace, that droid sequence when they're about to battle the guns, woo! I loved it, because ever since I was a baby, I would have these little toy animals, right? And I would line them up, head to tail, head to tail, head to tail, so patiently, and in a perfect line, right? So there's always something about lining things up, lining up an army. That's always spoken to me. I don't know why. So when I saw this movie, and I saw all those droids, I just thought to myself, I want an army of droids just like that. And so over the course of 15 to 20 years later, several times later, I had amassed a grand droid army. You know those little action figures, the little 3-inch figurines? Guess what? So they're like, I want to say maybe 40 different varieties of battle droids over the years that have came out. My goal was to get 20 of each of them. And believe it or not, I have succeeded with at least 30 of them. So I have amassed an army of battle droids. At the time, I would line them up and have them fight it out. And in this game, you can battle a ton of battle droids. I got the security droid, I got the droidicas, I got the regular battle droids, I got the brown battle droids, I got the super battle droids. Yeah, I'm a bit of a geek. I don't know why. There's just something about seeing an army lined up that speaks to me. I cannot explain it. I love it to this day. I still have them all. I never gave them away or sold them. I still have my army. I've got even the vehicles. I've even got some very rare vehicles. I even got, y'all remember the Lego Death Star? The Death Star 2 Lego? Back when it was just $150, and now it sells for like $1,400 or $1,100 on eBay, brand new. It can even sell for, no, it's $2,000 brand new. I think it can still sell for $1,400 opened, but like relatively unused. It can even sell for $600, I think. It was just completely constructed. I have that very same Death Star, the Lego Death Star 2, and I got it when it was $150. So if I ever choose to sell that, I don't intend to. I'm gonna make a profit with that sucker. And I never constructed it. It's still in the box, very lovely looking box, and all the pieces, the Lego pieces, are all still in the bags. I just opened the box to look at the pieces, but everything is, as you could say, probably in eBay terminology, like new condition. So the Death Star 2 Lego set. If you ever look that up, it's called the Death Star 2 from Return of the Jedi. I have it. I've got the box. I've got all of it. All of it. I got that fucker. I bought it in the store too. So let's wrap this up again. Thank you, Star Wars Episode 1 Jedi Power Battles, and a little look into Jeep's craziness and his collectorsness. I got a lot of Star Wars shit. I've got a General Grievous slideshow collectibles. I'm going to say first, thank you, Jedi Power Battles, so much. Thank you. Now I'm going to move on and talk a little bit more about my Star Wars stuff, because why not? This is just a fun night. I'm just going to kick back a little bit. And let's go back to this corner. Because after this corner, we're going to wrap up with the singing corner. And I'm only going to sing one song. Sadly, for those who enjoy my singing. But I want to keep my vocal cords a little relaxed and calm after Hamlet. And make sure that I'm good and ready for Friday, which is going to be a great show with my next guest, Annabelle Ushi. You can call her Annie. Sweet young lady. Very funny. Very chaotic. She says that herself. I'm not taking the words out of her. I'm not making that up. That's in her own words. And, Jeep's got to take a piss again. Hold on. Anyway, I'm back. So let's get back onto my Star Wars collection. So, our family is not like a wealthy family, so it's not like I just bought these things in bulk. Like I said, I took my time. Whatever money I could scrape up, whenever I would have a good allowance or birthday money and stuff like that, I would save it and use it sparingly and cleverly. And I would purchase these things over, like I said, over the course of like 2 decades. I've kind of stopped collecting as of now, but they're so nice to look at in where we have them stored. But my collecting really started with the Phantom Menace. So, and so I've got like I said, I've got the Death Star 2, and please don't take this as a bragging. I just want to let you know what a nerd I am. I've got the lightsabers, you know, the replica lightsabers, the Darth Maul one. That one, the double-edged lightsaber Darth Maul one. That one's really rare now too. Mace Windu, Luke Skywalker. Luke Skywalker's the lightest. I got Darth Vader's and Obi-Wan Kenobi's. No, not Obi-Wan Kenobi's. I think Anakin Skywalker's. That's what that one is. So we got all the colors. So we got Mace Windu purple, Luke Skywalker green, Darth Maul the red, Darth Vader red, but that's because it's Darth Vader. And what did I just say? Anakin Skywalker, who's also Darth Vader, the blue one though. And so I've got a lot of droid vehicles. And then I liked getting some of the classic Star Wars stuff. So I got some Stormtrooper figurines. I've got an AT-AT, AT-ST. I've got a ton. I've got 5 MTTs. You know what the MTT is? That was the thing, the transport vehicle that brought the droids out at the Battle of Naboo. And when they were all just on that awesome ass, I don't know, tram thing, and then placed them on the ground so neatly and organized. Yeah, I've got 5 of those. I got the 5 big ones, the big ones that, again, I got those when they were cheap too, because now I think they're like what are they like $250 brand new now, maybe $300. At the very least, they're in the hundreds, and I got them when they were $80. So. Yeah, the big ones. That's right, Chia God. The big ones. I got those. I was waiting for years to come out with that. I was wondering, why didn't they make one of those yet? You know? And then when they did, I nabbed them up. I had a thing where, okay, so I wanted 20 of each droid, right? And I wanted 5 of each vehicle, right? Every different vehicle. Every different droid vehicle available. So the AAT, that's the Armored Assault Tank. Those tanks they had in there with the rotating top. The MTTs, I did get 5 of those. Even the flying ones, I wanted 5 of each of those vehicles as well. All droid related. I am in love with the battle droids. To this day, I love them. And also, I love fucking General Grievous, the master of the battle droids. The battle droid supreme commander, General Grievous. Love him. Remind me how excited I was when I collected all the X-frames from Exo Squad. Oh, nice! A fellow collector with your own stuff. I actually don't know what Exo Squad is. But that's awesome. Yeah, I know. It's just a delight collecting these things and whatnot, right? And you just take your time, you get what you can get, and you enjoy the heck out of it when you get them. Oh, what else do I got? Oh, I can look behind myself and see something. Oh, yeah, I've got the Imperial Shuttle. The big one. Again, the big one. The big Imperial Shuttle. I've got Darth Vader's Super Star Destroyer, the collectibles one. One of the lights don't work, sadly, though. But that's a rare item right there. I've got the same thing as the Star. I've got some Star Destroyers, not big ones. I wasn't really big into collecting the Legos, right? But I always wanted a Death Star, a big one. And the closest they ever came to the big Death Star, outside of models, of course. I don't really collect models because I have to put those on display, and I don't really have enough room for that. So the only model I really have on display that I put the effort into was the Sideshow Collectibles General Grievous. 1/4 scale model, and there are only 1,500 of those in circulation once upon a time with the cape, right? There are 2,500 of them without the cape, only 1,500 with the cape. I got the one with the cape, the clasp cape. And General Grievous now sits on a table adjacent to my setup here in a large acrylic case that my father made, actually, for it. And he's got his 4 lightsabers drawn, the blue and the green platform, so no dust collects on him. He stands there menacingly looking at us all, looking at me, always wondering,
Jeep, when are you going to release me?
I'm sorry, General, but I like you as you are. It's a beautiful model. That's about it, I guess. I had mostly figurines. I got a lot of the bounty hunters and whatnot. So there's a little bit of some Jeep nerd lore right there. But honestly, my nerdhood only goes as far as, I was just infatuated with the rows of droids. Just the army. It speaks to me. What can I say? Okay. Without further ado, yet again, let's move on to the singing corner. Do-do-do. Oh, yes, we don't need these anymore. Bum, bum. But we do need... Oops, not that. I use that when I don't want to move around. Where is it? Oh, here it is. There we go. The mic. We always need a mic. Otherwise, how can you hear us? Well, you can't hear us with our internal mics and whatnot, but... Okay. Come on. Hey, quit messing around. So... Hey, by the way, Chia God, those in the chat, lurkers, you lurk away. How's this time working out for you? I tried out this time because I don't know, later times are more relaxing for me. I'm more awake and whatnot, but for various reasons, mostly work-related, I had to stick with the earlier times. But now I've shifted up my schedule around where I can do these late times. Does this work better for y'all? I hope it does. Love talking with you. I love that you can catch me and whatnot. But if the earlier time is better, please let me know. I can always go back. Can always go back. Again, no need to answer to whomever's in the chat. Just filling out the blank space while I get ready to sing. Yep. Okay. Ooh, that hamlet sure makes me drink this jug like a madman. Okay. Okay. All right. But how did I miss that one? Oh, wait. I bet they're singing during that one. Oh, yeah. And it's the short one, too. It's not the full one. Okay. Okay. Alright. Let's get the volume set properly. There we go. Those of you familiar with the show Hunter x Hunter would know this one. Those of you who are not, this is the opening theme song to Hunter x Hunter Departure. I sang this once before during the karaoke stream. It was a gorilla stream. But this time, I'm singing it on an official show tonight. So, yay. Okay. Let's move this right here. Easier to do. Okay. Oh, excuse me. It's all in Japanese, not my native language. I know some of it. So, please forgive me for any discrepancies of the singing. I am looking at it in a different language. But I will do my best. Okay, let's bring this down a bit. I don't want to yell like I don't want to hurt your ears now. Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. Okay. Okay, we good, we good. Here we go. Departure from Hunter x Hunter. Oh, god damn, this fucking little ad messed me up. Let's go again. Here we go. Here we go. Wait, hold on. There we go. Hold on. Here we go. Here we go. Daiji wo fumishimete, kimi wa mezamate yuku, tenshi no ho e mite, sure dashite. Kokoku demo hitori janai sa, umarete kita koto ni hanarazu imi ga aru, yasashi sa ni michi wa fureteru, aoi hoshi ni arigato. You can smile again, Taiyo abite. You can fly away. Sekai wa kimi no kagayaki o matteru. Daiji wo fumishimete, kimi wa mezamate yuku. Tenshi no hoemi de tsure doshite. Hajimari wa itsu demo osoku nai sa. Nando demo tachiagare. Saigo made akiramenai sa. Yaritsuzukeru koto ni kanarazu imi ga aru. You just try again. Yami o nukete You just go away 未来はいつも僕たちを待ってる大空駆け抜けて海原越えていけ天使の投げキッス捕まえてまだ誰も見たことない世界へ飛び出そう明日大地を踏みしめて、君は目覚めてゆく天使の方へ見て連れ出して誰も冒険に出かよいつまでもどこまでも流れ落ちる涙雪に変えてゆく天使の花広げ舞い上がれ悲しみも痛みも包む気分で強くなれ明日大地を踏みしめて君は目覚めてゆく、天使の方へ見て連れ出して始まりはいつでも遅くないさ何度でも You can try 何度でも You can try 何度でも立ち上がれOkay, there you go, Hunter Hunter. I think I did you better justice this time. Whew. Okay, let me put the mic down just for a moment. Wow. There you go. Phew, and that was Departure, the full version from Hunter Hunter. Oh, thank you, Chia God. I'm glad it was awesome. Woohoo! Whew. You know, my vocals aren't feeling actually too bad. Maybe I should do another song. You know? You up for more singing? You like another singing, Chia God? Let's see. Le Encore. Okay, Chia, let's do it again. Let's go right back to Hunter Hunter, and then we can call it. Thank you very much, Chia God. Thank you all so much for joining me today. Let's do an encore. Okay, let's get to it again. All right, here we go. You folks ready to rock and roll? Here we go. I'll try and give more power to this one. Daichi wo fumishimete Kimi wa mezamete yuku Tenshi no ho e mite Sure dashite Kokoku demo 一人じゃないさ生まれてきたことに必ず意味がある優しさに満ち溢れてる青い星にありがとう You can smile again 太陽浴びてYou can fly away 世界は君の輝きを待ってる大地を踏みしめて君は目覚めてゆく天使の方へ見て 連れ出して Yeah! 始まりはいつでも遅くないさ何度でも立ち上がれ最後まで飽き間がないさやり続けることに必ず意味がある You just try again 闇を抜けて You just go away 未来はいつも僕たちを待ってる大空かけくねって海原越えていけ天使の長キスつけまえてまだ誰も見たことない世界へそうしたい、大地を踏みしめて君は目覚めてゆく天使の方へ見て連れ出してノイワリ冒険に出かけよういつまでもどこまでもHey! Ho! 流れ落ちる涙雪に変えてゆく天使の花広げ舞い上がれ悲しみも痛みも続きもんで強くなれ明日大地を踏みしめて君は目覚めてゆく天使の方へ見て連れ出して始まりはいつでも遅くないさ何度でも You can try 何度でも You can try 何度でも立ち上がれYeah! Woo! Oh, hello, vocal cords. You're still intact, right? You haven't flown out my body yet. Oh. You know what's so terrible? Is that, so I do this new time, and then Rin shows up, and it's 3 in the morning for the poor person. For Rin, my earlier time would have been better. Oh, so sad. Okay. Okay. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. Let's move right on back to the main stage. Yes. Okay. And here's where we part our ways. So thank you all so much for joining me today. Fig, I know you're not here anymore, but Chia God, Rin, thank you all to all my lurkers. I'm going to tell you right now, tune in for Friday's show. Got an epic story to tell with Annabelle Ushi. Let me tell you how to spell that. You can find her on Twitter. Whoop, not Ushi, it's Annabelle Ushi. Annabelle Ushi. The cow, Ushi is Japanese for cow. So that's her. Oh, good. I misspelled Annabelle this time. Okay, third time's a charm. Annabelle Ushi. There you go. Look her up. She's a crazy individual. She says herself again. Lovely person, though. I love my guests. They're all so cool. And thank you for tuning in for today's Hamlet. I love reading Shakespeare. And yeah, so Friday, this Friday, what's this Friday? The 14th And the time is going to be, it's a late show because her work is, you know, all a little bit here and there. But I can tell you our show time is going to be 9:15 in the p.m. PST. We got a late show for you on Friday. I hope y'all can tune in then to see the madness and the awesomeness and the Annie-ness. You can call her Annie. It's Annabelle Ushi. You can call her Annie. At least I get to call her Annie. I think others can do it too. It's not a Jeep exclusive. Okay, come on, fix yourself up, Jeep. So, I feel like rating somebody. So, let's just give them a quick hello, and then, you know, stay if you like. You're gonna be on your way and whatnot. So let's take a look. Who we got? Who is up and running at this hour? Thank you, Chia. Always appreciate you stopping by. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's see who we've got in the world of raids of Twitch. Let's have a look-see, shall we, folks? How y'all doing? Y'all doing good? It's good when people are doing good. I've been doing quite good myself. Been going through some minor struggles. Nothing serious. What the fuck? That's not what I want. I got something that was I got spam. I don't want spam. Here we go. Spam in me phone. Be damned to the bone. Okay, there we go. Let's get that going. Who is on? Holy shit, everybody's online. Okay. Okay, so this is like a point and click kind of situation we got going on here. Ooh. So we can choose from Fig, Nebulux, Soulbad Greg, Mira, Annie. Maybe I should rate Annie, as she is my upcoming guest, right? Yeah, I think Annie will be good. So let me see if I got her name right there. Okay, is that right? Got it right. Okay. So we'll get the raid set. And naturally, what I always say at the end of my show to all of my viewers, to stay cool and stay sharp. Jeep out!